cooking over his life. Which, mind you, if I come across enough people that are doing this shit, I might just take their health privileges. Consuming simple meal, cool. How much is this going to fix you? I've got about 5 people that are always starving, always malnourished. What are you? You're a Gumad. That's why. I honestly thought about getting rid of them, but I know that's a bit extreme. I'm waiting to see the food bar hit, but I didn't realize he went and found himself a table, so good for him. I thought he was just going to stand there and eat because he said he was starving. I'll tell you what, when I'm fucking starving, I just stand wherever the fuck I've found food and eat the shit, you know? I'm like, I don't go looking for a table. I don't even go looking for fucking utensils. I'm just like, cool. I found food. Let's eat. Eclipse is happening, so all my solar's basically out of order. Alright. I keep seeing these markers on them and I keep thinking that they're like baby chickens because it's bright yellow and crap. No, what? So how's Cheddar doing? You're down to 5. You might be ready today. And what's your problem? Jealous of Gura's bedroom. Sweaty. You shouldn't be sweaty. Where are you? Oh, you're outside. Okay, you're probably sweaty from being outside. And darkness, I can't fix that for you, mate. We got an eclipse. Probably don't have a lot of power. The other thing too is I sort of would like to get to a point where I have a base where I have outdoor lighting again. It has been a very, very long time. But it requires so much power because like every bedroom here I've given lights to, right? And the problem with doing that is like sometimes they want to go into their room and meditate and stuff, and that's fine. But they want to meditate in a lit room. But then when they sleep, like I can't imagine sleeping with a lit room. Like I think of oxygen not included whenever I have like a light in their bedroom. I just imagine them waking up being like, why is the light on? I know it doesn't affect them that way, but because they walk into their room and they're in their room for like a brief second, they get like the whole, oh, I'm in darkness thing. And they get upset about it, which sometimes can be just enough to tip them off. Slept in heat. Where did you sleep, mate? Cadwell. Oh. Did you come from here? This is 22 degrees inside. It's 31 degrees outside, mate. Like, I can't do much better than that. Especially since I've got the grow rooms in there now. The best I can do is kind of make it temperate. The thing. I also love the fact that these look like they're chilled, but it's just the lights, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's just the lights being blue. Anyway, I've got a few statues. Got a grand sculpture and I've got 2 little ones as well. I feel like I probably should have had a coffee today or something. I don't remember if we bought milk. I don't remember if we did. But I'm pretty sure the milk's expired. So I'm not willing to like, unless we actually have milk and I see that we have milk, I'm not willing to go and like make a coffee. I can drink coffee with and without milk and with and without sugar. It's fine. But there's certain times where I want a specific type of coffee. In this case, like today, if I was going to have a coffee, I feel like a milk and sugar coffee kind of thing, as opposed to like black and no sugar. But like I could drink it. It would just be like overly harsh. Like probably a bit too bitter. What else is going on here? It's really funny whenever like somebody's ever made me like a coffee and stuff, which, you know, is one of those like few and far between things. But on the odd occasion when like a coffee happens, I find it pretty funny because it's very hard to fuck up making a coffee for me. Because like I will probably drink like most any type, whether it's got sugar or not, whether it's got milk or not, and stuff like that. The only type I don't really like is when somebody adds too much milk to a coffee. Like, that's literally the only thing that can kind of ruin it for me, is like, a little bit's fine, but too much is too much. You kind of can't take that back. I also feel kind of the same way about tea. Very much the same way with tea. I don't want you to refuel it. I want you to deconstruct it. There we go. Yeah. So you'll have like milk, no milk, sugar, no sugar. But if it's got too much milk in it, it's pretty much ruined. I've tried to drink them sometimes. I've tried to just add another tea bag and go again. But you can't always do that. And obviously, like, accidents happen and shit, and sometimes, like, you go to pour milk and, like, too much comes out. What's going on? Masterwork t-shirt. All I'm feeling like is if the Panadol doesn't kick in, I might end up having, like, a 3-hour stream. Because, like, I'm struggling to tolerate the seat tonight. It's actually hitting my lower back tonight. So previously the seat has been mostly, the footstool specifically, has been mostly affecting like the back of my legs and like my inner thighs and stuff. Which is only really like really uncomfortable if I want to sit down. And it kind of aches when I lay down and stuff. But it hasn't really been going up to my lower back or anything sitting here like this. But tonight's no fucking mercy. It's like, probably because I didn't have a good sleep and I was struggling to sleep because of the discomfort and stuff. I think what it's doing is it's like, it's gone straight for like my bones in my like bum. And then it's gone like straight up for the fucking muscles in my lower back. It's just bypassed all of my legs tonight. And it's gone like, you know what? Your leg meat doesn't exist. I'm just gonna go straight for like your fucking hip bones and shit and just like cause agony. That's gonna be what it is. I like how this looks though. This is coming up really nice. I kind of like the indoor and outdoor stuff. I do want to have a design on like maybe the next location. I'm not entirely sure how to do it. This is actually not a bad way to look at it. But like imagine this kind of, not like this, but like sort of inverted where there's like a central kind of garden space. I actually don't know what they think about the gardens. I've never really checked. What do you think of your environment? Alligator's walking out of there. Kango's still in there. No. Vaughn is. Alright. What do you think of this place? Minor passion for my work. Great for you. A comfortable, spacious interior. Okay. Constraining clothes, ate without tables, sweaty, minor pain, tattered apparel. Alright, so they don't seem to hate this space. This is ugly. Pretty. It's -1 to 2. That's pretty strong. This is like a 22, 23. Jesus. I haven't put this in here for a while. I haven't had a look since I've been adding more and more statues. Okay, what did they think here? This is a -1 to a little bit less. Okay, so is it like fully grown plants is just uglier to them? Or is it just because some of this area has like flat surface ground? Caravans arrived. Nice. I think what it is all the plants are -3. So if I was to have a grow area, I would have to surround it with like the most pristine fucking statues, I think. I think that would have to be the way I'd have to do it. Some of these chairs are good quality too. Some of them are like a 19, 17. Most of them are like 11. But yeah, I haven't like pulled that out for a while and had a look at it. There's a lot of things in RimWorld I haven't done for a while, I'll be honest. Alright. My god, Skizzer. Yeah, no. That's not an easy caravan to be moving back in here. Like 45 animals, give or take, and some of them are resisting. Oh, good luck to you, Skizzer. I actually want to see this, because once he gets into the paddock, I want him to drop stuff. We'll we'll see. My cat's pregnant again. I'm trying to think if I have any sweet food in the house. I just kind of like feel like I'm like low energy or something. At worst case scenarios, I might just fuck off and make a cup of tea. Just so I can have some like sugars and shit. Because out of the two, I reckon I could tolerate a tea over a coffee at the moment. Stomach wise. So like I have no problem with like tea or coffee, just out of interest. Like I'm not somebody that's like specifically one route or the other. I'm very indifferent. But I like to drink things based on how I feel at the time. So sometimes like if I want like a sweet drink, I'll find like a tea might be more nicer for that because you can taste more of like sugars in it and stuff. You add sugar to it. Oh my god, you're gonna go through here. Fuck's sake, I need to add a fucking gate to this thing. I was like, where is he going? He can go straight over this. Oh my god. If I add a gate to this, we're gonna have animals roaming. I'm gonna have to add a gate to this. This is horrible. Actually, I'll get him to drop everything when he goes in here, though. I hate this because he's going to take him past all these, and there's a good chance, like, none of this is growing right now. There's a good chance these little fuckers are going to eat this stuff later. Okay, now you guys are all inside the door. There you go. Alright, now all the corpses are inside. So, what I want... I've been looking at this for a while, and I have been avoiding doing it. For no other reason than I just don't want to have a gate. A wooden gate would be the fastest. A wooden gate could catch fire though. I'm just going to make a wooden one. I'm going to make it here because it's least likely to catch fire because it's not actually under where it is. Now, I don't really want them to have a gate, but I don't want them to keep taking shit through here. So... gonna have to do it. Here it doesn't really have anywhere good for them. I don't really see them leave up this end, but if we're gonna have a gate, I wouldn't mind it being like about here, honestly. Maybe put a second one here. 2 up for this area. It gives us twice the chance to accidentally have somebody like leave something in the fucking door, unfortunately, when we do harvesting. Obviously, as soon as they bust out this, all the animals are going to be like set to escaping and shit. I've got 3 sets of doors I want to make. 4 doors? Yeah, okay. Should be fine. Yeah, I think I might go make a cup of tea or something. Or... I'll see if we have any like Coke in the house, like as in soft drink people, but that might be sugary enough to do me over. I just want something sweet. I feel like I haven't really woken up yet. I feel like a tea might be too hot because tonight's like really hot for some reason. I will be right back, yes. Oh. Alright, we're back. It's waiting people. I also haven't saved it. I like how the eclipse is making everything really green though. It looks pretty. I didn't have cold Coke, so I just decided to like stir it through ice. I don't give a shit if it flattens it. I'm like, if it makes it cold, it's fine. But yeah. Anyway. Hopefully that and the painkillers make me feel a bit better soon. I don't like feel a bit like blah. I love how green everything is. It's so pretty. It's weird seeing like the eclipses do like weird colors. Like look at this. I actually really like it when I have like a greenish map. So because I've got so many animals, a lot of the time I don't have like, look down here for a second. I don't have like grass. Like there's like the tiniest fucking tufts of grass here, right? But then like over here is like so much lusher, right? I like it when it's like more lush kind of thing. It's just more pleasant. This is why I kind of also not a huge fan of going on to like the desert maps and other stuff like that, you know, or like the, what's it called? It's not the temperate swamp, it's the boreal forests. I haven't been on many of those. I've only been on like a couple. I always find that they're kind of like sort of muddy. I sort of feel like they just don't have that lushness to it, which is fine. Like everybody can enjoy like their map however they like it and stuff, but yeah, I don't know, I just kind of find that like I like it being all lush and stuff. Let's give you guys the animals, see how we go with that. I might honestly take the wool and the clothes home because my people aren't running into people that I can sell this shit to. I feel like it's just wasting space at this point. So I'll just take it home. They can hold on to the 52 silver. If they happen to get gold from my excavation, I will have money for them to trade with. At least a few people have dropped their weapons and I want to keep those with them for now. I don't know which one specifically don't have it. I can't remember all of them. That's fine. Okay, and maybe the steel. Yeah. What are you guys up to? I assume that like whenever I take a break and stuff like that, that like I assume everybody else takes a break or is just like has like RimWorld noises and stuff for that time. You guys can take the berries with you, it's not a lot. Maybe take the giant sack of medical so we can convert that into stuff at home. So I would like to take a few animals. I'm almost keen to take this foal home and get it killed because it will get killed when we take it home. The calves and stuff would eat the least, but it would bring home a lot of animals. The horses are making them move around pretty fast. I'm not sure why this one's not rideable. Maybe it's not quite an adult. Maybe it's like almost an adult. But we could take a couple of the yaks. I could take some of the muffaloes home. They could probably get Sean back home. That's way too many. Ooh, I could make that a couple of baby animals. I need like 30 odd. And I'm like, oh, take this muffalo. That'd be too much. That one's a 30. That yak might be a little bit too much. Just about right. All right. I don't really want to take more food off them. I do want this group to have like their rice and potatoes and crap like that. And their kibble. We'll take the berries home because I'm harvesting those while we're out and about. So it's one person. Can you send home the big group? I want you guys to go into here. The only other thing I wish I had for this group is a psychic soothe pulsar, and I don't even believe I've got any of those here. Let me just save that. Let me have a quick poke around, see if I've got one. If I can, I'd like to send one back out. Because I also need to send those animals back out from here too. Fastest way to find it might be just to set up the caravan to go. I'm not a huge fan of like having my people out here and being pissed off. But if I had to, I could send a little expedition beyond them to a trader and then try to get them a psychic soothe pulsar to make them happy if I don't have one. I'll just quickly check. It should be in like this section. I don't think I got one. I'm pretty sure I used up both in my base a while ago. Yeah. Okay. If I was going to go and say hi to a neighbor and buy a psychic soothe pulsar, which by the way, I might have a trader come visit me anyway. But if I could take a whole bunch of the clothes. I know I haven't allocated anybody yet. I'll fix that up soon. But all I'm thinking is I've got all this clothes that's like, oh shit, come back here. Like kind of near the here, not there. I was trying to make sure that I had clothes in my base so that my people could change their clothes over. But they already have. These are mostly all 50%. Unfortunately, as soon as they get to 50%, my people stop wearing them. Like, frankly, I love, like, looking at the logic of that because, like, RimWorld people get so upset so easily over everything. And I'm like, what kind of a life did they have before this? Like, obviously, like, in the spaceships and whatever RimWorld colonies and crap they came from and stuff, like, I imagine life must be pretty good if you complain about your clothes being, like, 50% new. Like, it's a little faded, it's a little torn, you've been to battle a few times, like, maybe you don't like looking at, like, the shoulder stab wound hole in your shirt anymore kind of thing. Like, I just like the logic of it. It's really interesting to me. Like, that's how I see it, by the way, is when they're like, oh, my clothes are ripped and stuff. And I'm like, you literally had a sword in your shoulder. So, yeah, that's kind of like come from that. I'll leave the statues here. I don't really want to take the blocks with me because they don't sell. I want to leave the leathers and the furs alone because we need them to make shit with. Honestly, I could deck out my entire colony in cloth clothing. We could all have nice, fresh clothing. But I don't want to do that. I also want to set up one of those fucking hydroponic things to do like Devil Strand or some shit. Like a whole bay of them to just do fucking Devil Strand. Just because I'd like to get them to the point where they've got those. I think those are like fire resistant-y. I think they're like fire resistant and they provide like a little bit of armor. I also forgot to check when I was up if we had milk. But I guess that's a problem for later. I don't think we do. So, like, I'm not really like a standard household. Like, we don't normally have like milk and bread and stuff like that, like the basics that most people have in their house. Like, on average, we normally have to go out of our way to purchase something for the purpose of using it in a recipe or because we plan to have coffees or something that week. So this is why I just don't have it, and I don't think we have it. Because I know we're running out of it, or it's expired already. But I don't think we prioritize getting more. And I don't have any recipes for it at this time. We're not really a big fan of wasting shit. I could send like Jet, that's a logger. Cat's a forester. Cat's also a warden though. I think, no, that's Kit Kat. Kit Kat's a warden. I sent home a couple of my miners. Cave builder. Mega Scarab could go for a trip. Fuck yeah. You can go for a trip, mate. I need to see if I can get you a weapon of some sort. Dobe's a hunter. Hunter would be good. I don't have a lot of actual hunting people in that caravan. I'll get you to a gun or something. I've got 2 people. I've got some animals. It's not a lot of gear. I do want to take the rest of the animals out of here. Again, I'm pretty sure they've been released into the paddocks. I know that I dropped everything off them already. I'm pretty sure they're back in the paddock to take, so I should have all of them. Got a couple of dromedary calves, muffalo calves. All I'm trying to do is when I eventually do bring this group home, I'm hoping to have at least gotten like a bit of crops from them not being here and a mass culling of my animals. Hopefully, once they all come home and stuff. That's what I'm hoping to achieve. So if we're going out to do a sale with the express interest of buying a psychic soothe pulsar, I believe I've put enough ingredients here to sell to purchase at least one, because they're like, what, 600, something like that, 300 to 600, some shit like that. And at least like this outfit on its own is a $500 guinea pig shirt, so that should be able to buy at least one. I'm okay with that. How are we going with food? Do you want to take some medical, some potatoes? We got good food. We've got like 9,000 rice. That is so great. Got 2,000 simple meals. This is what it's finally registering in here, by the way. What it says along the side is not always what it says I have to send out, to ship out, by the way. It doesn't always like calculate it properly. But I've got at least like 2,900 pemmican and stuff. I'm trying to get the packaged survival meals and the pemmican made with the idea that we're going to move in the future, and then not picking those up to eat those every meal. They're eating like the simple meals and crap. So I wouldn't mind you guys taking a bit more food because this group does stay out for longer. You guys take about 100 of these. It's going to be, oh geez, not that many. Actually take 200 because there's a big group out at the moment. There's like 40 people in that caravan. This is like 78 days of food. Send yours out. Okay. Now, I don't actually know if I sent them to the mining location or if I sent them to a trader, but once they get out, I'll have to like change that. In the meantime, I'll have a look at my bonics. You guys do what you're doing. Now, I changed these. Has one of them got set up for bionic legs? Yes. Okay, so people are still going to make it. My only thing is, I don't know if it's the same people making them at the benches. Like, these are... Stone made those, Manatee made that one, Nerona made that. I don't know if they're all making them at the same thing. Apparently, I'm coded for this fucking table. Hold on. Yeah, apparently I'm making components at this table. I mean, I didn't think I was. But anyway, Campbell, mate, I know you make it an advanced component, but after you do